I'm Jo Ann Bauer. Coming up on the next Retiring Right, we are at Trilogy at Verde River, an active 55+ and all ages community located about 40 miles northeast of Phoenix. And this, my friends, is where your Arizona lifestyle dream becomes reality.
Do you wanna go? I'ma run this show. Do you wanna go? I got the green light, it's time to go. Woo! Let's go. Red light, it's time to go. Green light, it's time to go. Let's go. Red light, it's time to go. Green light, it's time to go. Make up your mind. Do you wanna go?
Welcome to Retiring Right. I'm Jo Ann Bauer, and today we are in the dynamic 55+ and all ages community of Trilogy at Verde River. Located about 40 miles northeast of Phoenix, this is true resort living at its finest. And that means amazing amenities, stunning homes, friendly folks, and all of it tucked into the foothills of the Mazatzal Mountains along the Tonto National Forest. The Mazatzal mountain range includes the famed Four Peaks. It's a prominent landmark that in the winter actually offers much of the Phoenix metro a view of snow-covered peaks. The Mazatzal wilderness stretches over 252,000 acres of both the Tonto and the Coconino National Forests, and that provides a variety of hiking trails and paths for exploration year-round. Not to mention great kayaking on the Verde River, which flows just outside the border of the Trilogy community. Golf is another draw for retirees in this highly active community, and this course was transformed in 2016 by PGA Tour legend Tom Lehman. The Verde River Golf and Social Club features a relaxing spa and state-of-the-art fitness center, an award-winning restaurant and quaint coffee bar. And that pool, well, let's just say it's spectacular and with a view that may leave you speechless. There are multiple builders here at Trilogy at Verde River. Homes start as small as about 1,300 square feet and for around $300,000 to well over 4,000 square feet and over $1 million. You're going to find dozens of new homes under construction. You'll also find resale homes on the market, including this beautiful home built in 2016. So I have corralled Gary France. He is a realtor with Coldwell Banker, and he is listing this gorgeous home here in Trilogy. Gary, thank you so much for giving me your time.
You're more than welcome.
I have got to say the views here are spectacular.
Yes, they are.
Tell me about this lot. Is this a premium lot in a community like
It's a pretty
this?
special lot, actually. The biggest piece of this particular home and home site is the views. You can see behind me that we're looking right at the Superstition Mountains. We've got the golf course off to your left, and it feels like you're on an acre of land here, so it's very special.
Now, the owners are selling this amazing property in Trilogy at Verde River, but they're not leaving the lifestyle, are they?
No, they are not. They love the Trilogy lifestyle so much that they built another home in a little more rustic setting, which is Trilogy at Wickenburg Ranch here in Arizona.
How would you describe this home? It is gorgeous.
Well, I like to call it a contemporary Western hacienda because of the entry courtyard that we have that you saw that has a fireplace for gathering, and then you've got a casita that surrounds it along with the main home.
Gary, I'm amazed at all the light in this home. Was it to the builders and to the folks who moved to Trilogy to capture these beautiful vistas?
Well, it was really important in this particular case. We have a north and an eastern exposure from the rear yard, and that works for year-round living actually here because you get the shade in the summer and you get the winter sun as well on the pool.
What do you think makes the Trilogy lifestyle so unique?
Primarily, you get everything in one location. I mean, in Rio Verde, we're a little bit away from Scottsdale and a little bit away from Fountain Hills, but it's so well-rounded here with all the amenities that they offer, from golf, obviously, to a social setting that offers maybe 8 different types of amenities within the clubhouse and the club setting.
And something about the folks here just seems special. Like you cannot walk down the street without people waving and smiling.
So many neighbors come through this home, and they're all very active and vibrant. You can walk the streets and the jogging paths here, and you'll see people very, very active in their lives. They play pickleball, tennis, bocce ball. They're always playing golf. They're always at the club with the fitness center, the swimming pools. There's a lap pool and a resort style pool here. They just love the social setting and the amenities here for the type of lifestyle they want to lead in retirement, usually.
What do you think it is about this part of Arizona? I mean, like you said, we do get people from all over the country. And you're close enough here that in the winter months, you can see snow in those mountains.
Yes, you can.
So it's not just the Arizona heat in the summer, but you really do get some beautiful winter scenery here as well.
You certainly do. And a lot of people show up just for the winter here, but more and more we're seeing full-time residents here.
Awesome. Let's take a look at this house. I want to do a tour.
Okay, great.
Gary, I love the house and I love this courtyard.
This is a wonderful courtyard. It really welcomes guests, and you've got a great gathering space here with a fireplace for people to gather in the evenings and cool evenings.
And then head right out into the community.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm also a realtor here in Arizona, and I have sold multiple new builds to clients who now call this great community home. And they are not the only ones who have discovered and fallen in love with the Trilogy lifestyle. Dana, how did you end up living here in Trilogy?
Well, I'm from Seattle. My husband and I have been looking for years on where we wanted to retire, and we've been all over the Northwest, and nothing was quite right. And we happened to be in Palm Springs visiting, and we liked the desert. We decided, came in the warmest time and decided that that was really what we wanted, so we came over here to Phoenix on our next trip, and we looked at maybe a dozen different retirement communities, and this one up here in Rio Verde has the mountains. We have gorgeous views. It's a little cooler, and this is why we're at Trilogy here. We love it.
This wasn't just a solo move for you.
No, it was not. We have, in Seattle we had a dinner group, and there was 3 other couples, and we traveled together. When we were in Palm Springs about 3 years ago, we discovered that we absolutely love the desert, and so we were thinking about, well, maybe we could retire here. So not wanting to be in California, we came over to Phoenix and fell in love with Trilogy in Rio Verde because it has cooler climate, and it has, the mountains are just incredible. You're so close, you feel like you can reach out and touch them. And we fell in love with this place. It felt like it's the only place we could live in all of Phoenix. And the 3 other couples felt the exact same way, and they're all now living here too.
So you brought a group of 6 people
Yes,
here.
with us. There's 8 of us, yeah.
Wow.
It was, yeah, and everybody's so happy. It's just, it was meant to be. You know, we all came from mountains where most of us are outdoor hikers, campers, and this feels more like what we like. So
What type of activities and amenities do you utilize?
here at Trilogy, there is so much. My husband, he used to have a mountain bike in Seattle, and he took it back up. You can rent a mountain bike here for $10, and there's trails right across the street at the McKnight Park, and he took up mountain biking, and God, he goes 2 or 3 times a week. Gets up at 5. I hike. We hike the trails twice a week. Of course, there's the wine club, the Barrel Masters, which they bring in phenomenal wines from all over, and we have tastings, and it's everything is here. Any sport you want. Pickleball's really big here. I tried that, fell down, so maybe that's on the list for doing that down the road again. But anything, there's water aerobics, tennis, everything. Every day feels like a vacation. When we moved here, we had lots of plans to travel, and that has diminished greatly because I feel like every day is, I got the world at my feet. What I want to do today.
Jimmy, what do you think about this community makes it so unique?
Well, the backdrop of the mountains is just gorgeous. It's the friendliness, the activities There's book club. There's a card pony canasta group. Lots of groups. Very inclusive.
What have you taken advantage of since you've been here in Trilogy?
The gym, the pool, just the walking, biking trails.
So this is a community for those who want to be active.
Yes, definitely.
How have you found the folks to be here?
Very friendly and welcoming.
And do you think, are people from kind of all over? What's been your experience in meeting people?
Oh yeah, a lot of people from Seattle, a lot of people from Chicago, but from all over.
Now, would you recommend this type of an active lifestyle to others, this type of a community?
Oh yeah, I would, especially to extroverts.
So whether you're looking to retire right and call Arizona home full-time or just exploring the possibility of a second home, Trilogy at Verde River offers expansive mountain views, wide open skies, amazing amenities, and outdoor adventures right outside your front door. And all of this is just 45 minutes from the Phoenix airport and just a 15-minute drive to Fountain Hills. And that's where we're headed now.
There can be a lot of moving parts when you're preparing your finances for retirement. How can you be sure you're making the right decisions to meet your long-term goals? Are all of your assets working on your behalf to maximize return? At Mutual of Omaha, our financial professionals are specifically trained to help you answer these questions. They're able to draw upon the knowledge and resources of Mutual of Omaha and its affiliates to help you meet your personalized retirement goals. With our product lineup, you'll have a variety of flexible investment options that can help you enjoy retirement on your own terms and leave a financial legacy for your loved ones. Find out how we can help at mutualofomaha.com/investments or call toll-free 800-931-9210. At Mutual of Omaha, we are mutually invested in your future.
You really don't have to wonder where Fountain Hills got its name. It is surrounded by the McDowell Mountains, and the city boasts this famed fountain, which at its full height is 560 feet tall. That's higher than the Washington Monument and 3 times as tall as Old Faithful in Yellowstone Park. The white plume is visible beyond Fountain Hills. It can actually be seen as far as the Superstition Mountains, which are 45 miles away. There's no doubt the fountain is the pride of its residents and a favorite for visitors. Fountain Hills offers a slower pace, but it's just minutes from the hustle and bustle of Scottsdale. With its small town charm, it features year-round events like live music, cultural celebrations, even art and wine festivals. In fact, Fountain Hills has a staggering 150 pieces of art, making the city one of Arizona's largest public art collections. Michael, tell me a little bit about you. First of all, have prime real estate, view of the fountain, but Fountain Hills in and of itself has a very large art collection. How is it being in this industry and working in this community?
It's nice. I also have a Bachelor of Fine Art, and Fountain Hills actually has one of my pieces of art. So the framing store was a good solution to making steadier income with selling my own art.
How important do you think the arts are in this community?
I think people really enjoy the arts in this community, and they have a tour that you can go on and see all the different pieces, a little handheld self-guided brochure. And they have a lot of art events throughout the year, mostly in the winter.
What do you think makes Fountain Hills such a great place to live and have your business?
It's just quiet, you know, tranquil. You have awesome views. It doesn't matter if you're driving into town, coming from Scottsdale, anytime. The sunsets constantly change depending on the time of the year, and so it's just a nice, inspiring, relaxing place to live and do business.
And the sunset in and of itself is like a work of art.
Right, yeah.
And outdoor recreation is just outside your front door with scenic vistas and hiking trails, Jeep adventures, and riverboat rides on nearby Saguaro Lake. And did I mention golf? Known as the Sonoran Desert Golf Trail, there are 6 of Arizona's finest public 18-hole courses, all located on the 5 area golf clubs surrounded by mountain views. And for those who call Fountain Hills home, there's no place they'd rather be. Pat, what is it about Fountain Hills that makes it such a great place to live?
For me and my wife, we love that it's a nice, quiet little town. It's kind of set apart from the rest of Phoenix. Obviously, the views around with the mountains, and it's just a beautiful little town.
What type of outdoor activities do you guys like to do?
Well, hike, walk. I run typically, and love floating down the Salt River.
Oh, I know.
It's fun, and it's close by, and so anything we can do outside, and when it's not 110, we enjoy doing.
What is it, do you think, about the fact that Fountain Hills doesn't just have a park, but it also has these mountain views?
The mountain views are just, it's funny. Every time you see a home up for sale, they always have views on their sign. Well, that's a given. I mean, you look around, you have the beautiful views. Again, the mountains that separate us from the rest of Phoenix, Scottsdale, it just kind of gives us a nice little quiet community.
And while this is a beautiful, quiet community, you're also close enough if you wanted to get into the hustle and bustle of the big city.
We're 30 minutes from anywhere. Really, if we can go to the airport, we're there in 30 minutes. Scottsdale is just down the road on Shea. Really, we're not secluded, but yet with the mountains dividing us, it kind of gives us that feeling.
Awesome.
Yeah.
With about 25,000 folks living here, Fountain Hills is a small town that is a big draw for folks who want to retire right and embrace the Arizona lifestyle.
We welcome back Phil Sessoms to the show. He has been with us before. We hope you saw the last segment where we got to get some great information with him. He is a Mutual of Omaha Advisor. He has been an advisor with Mutual of Omaha with us since January of 2017. Prior to that, he was an economics teacher and a lawyer. He holds several licenses required by the securities industries. And again, it's so great to talk to Phil. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. Nice to be here.
Phil, it is so important that people reach out to a financial advisor, but I want to discuss with you really why and what your opinion is in that and what the steps are.
Absolutely. It's important to see a financial advisor because we're specially trained and we understand the various complexities involved with retirement, with college planning, with planning to buy a new house, with trying to reach the other financial goals that everybody has. If you try to do it by yourself, it can be very, very difficult. And hiring a coach, a financial coach, helps you get better performance.
Isn't that the same with anything in life? I mean, and especially something so important.
Absolutely. If you go to the gym, you hire a personal trainer. If you have a problem in court, you hire a lawyer. If you get sick, you hire a doctor. Well, for your financial future, you really need a financial advisor.
What are some of those specific steps that people really need to do?
Well, it's very important that everyone make sure that they are saving. I mean, it sounds so simple, but it's so hard to do sometimes. And people say, oh, I'll get around to it when I'm 30, or I'll get around to it when I'm 40. I had a couple come in, and they were 51 and 53 years old, and they said, I think it's time for us to start planning for retirement. And I said, I'm thinking to myself, well, I wish we could go 20 years back.
Right.
Because
Can we rewind?
It makes all the difference in the world. Just starting early and getting it done early on is so important. A large part of my practice is people in their 20s and 30s, trying to set them up. But also people in their 50s trying to set up their children and their grandchildren.
Because this becomes generational.
It does. It does. You can actually change not just the lives of the couple that you're talking to, but you can change their children's lives. You can change their grandchildren's lives, even if those grandchildren aren't yet born.
And that's powerful. Like you said, just from making that call or saying, I really need the advisor, like anything else, you know, learning new health, you're going to pass that on to your children and to your grandchildren of a healthy lifestyle. This is a financial, healthy life that you are passing on. When somebody does come to you, and like you said, they're in their 50s, do you have ways that you say, okay, no, we can get you through this?
Oh, yes. I mean, there's an answer for everyone. It might not be the answer that someone's looking for. It might be, but it's the best answer that we can make under the circumstances. And if somebody's really willing to work with us and dig in and really find out what the issues are and how best we can help them, and if they're willing to go along with that, we can help just about anybody to significantly improve their financial future.
Do you find it's getting people past that fear?
There's a lot of fear involved. There's a lot of people that are like, I don't want to think about that. That's complicated. I just want to stick my money in my retirement, in my plan at work, and I don't even want to think about it. And that's a real thing. Getting people to reach out can sometimes be an uncomfortable and new sensation. But we try, and I can only speak for Mutual of Omaha Advisors, but we try to get to know our clients and their particular needs very well. Because if I have 100 clients, there's 100 different sets of needs, wants, and wishes. Nobody is the same. You and I have entirely different plans, entirely different hopes for the future, different kids. Our kids have different dreams and hopes. So it's a very important part of the process is getting to know our clients, and we start that by asking questions.
And then you're having to look as well as, where they live, what their goals are. What are some other factors that you're looking at when you're looking at their goals as a whole?
Absolutely. You have to start with where a client is. Where are we today? Where do we want to be in 20 or 30 or 50? I mean, for kids under 20, we're having to plan out past age 100 because they're going to live a very long time. So we have to look, where do you want to be, and how do we get you from here to there in a way that will enable you to meet those hopes and dreams?
Ideally, you'd probably love to start with everybody at 20, right?
It'd be great. It'd be great. If I get more 20-year-olds to appreciate the value of financial planning, that'd be awesome.
But can our boomers still reach out to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. People in their 50s, 60s, 70s can still benefit from taking steps. It's a little bit like turning a ship, right? If you turn the ship earlier, you're going to get turned farther. But absolutely, folks, I'm in my 50s. People in our 50s can make significant changes now that will change in their retirement in 10 or 20 years. Absolutely.
It's incredible and powerful information, and I'm so glad that we got to really touch on this today, and I hope that all of our viewers reach out to an advisor and a Mutual of Omaha advisor, because it's so important to get this information, and it's never too late, right?
It's never too late.
Thank you so much, Phil.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mortgage rates are historically low.
There has never been a better time to learn more about the new reverse mortgage.
Give us a call so we can help you reach your home financing goals.
Thank you for watching The Retiring Right Show. We are here to showcase the endless resources available to help you live your own retiring right dream. To connect with us or our partners on the show, please visit retiringright.us. That's www.retiringright.us, not .com. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page at retiringright.us to get the latest episodes, special offers, and see our behind-the-scenes shenanigans.